Hello, Theo, Flove here. Nice to have you back on this Thursday. So, today we're going to talk about this small and easy to apply trick that can give you instant relief in any scenario where you're feeling less than good, where you're feeling worrisome thoughts. Right now, actually, do you have anything going on in your mind, some kind of mind chatter telling you negative stuff? Do you have any worry? Anything that bothers you? If any of that is present, that's gonna vanish. So, this is something that we so easily forget when we're in the middle of, a soup of negativity. Maybe your boss has gotten really mad with you because of something you didn't do properly, and you're thinking about this and maybe worrying about your boss hating you for not doing the work properly. Or maybe you have some kind of health thing that is a little bit worrisome, that you're thinking about, like, oh, I hope I don't get an infection in this flesh wound that I got when I fell down the stairs or something. Or maybe you have something really rather small and insignificant, but still worrisome, like me. For 2 weeks ago, I had this thought going on in my head that, oh my god, I didn't deliver the happiness course to the preferred date. I didn't deliver it on the time that I wanted, and this really bothered me. I was, oh my god, what if I let people down, and I said this date, but I'm not going to be able to keep it. What am I gonna do? So I was worrying about this for a while before I finally became conscious about it. I became aware that, wait a moment, Theo, why in the world are you worrying about this? You're not feeling good, obviously, so let's do something. What can we do here? And this is the key. This is something we forget when we're in the middle of it, but I'm here to remind you right now that look at your situation in a wider perspective. When it comes to time and we're worrying, we're usually just in that very scenario that we're worrying about. We're like stuck in the middle of a worrisome situation, and we're thinking about it and having it go on and on and on. So we don't even go outside of that bubble, burst that bubble, no more worry, what's happening, why am I thinking this, and look at it from a wider perspective. Look at it in a longer period of time, a longer time frame. So what I did, I thought, okay, so I didn't keep my promise to deliver the course at this date, and I feel ashamed and not very proud of it, and I felt like I gotta have to do better. But why am I still stuck in thinking about that? Well, a month from now, or 2 months from now, or a year from now, would it matter? Will it matter? Really? Think about this relating to your thing right now. In a longer time frame, 1 month from now, 2 months from now, a half a year from now, maybe several years from now, maybe you have something rather big going on that isn't looking like it's going to be solved in just a couple of months. Then you have to think bigger, expand your vision, and go to the future. Virtually, you go to the future mentally. You go 5 years forward and you look at your life there. Feels a little more freeing right away, doesn't it? So, 2 months from now, is this going to matter that I didn't deliver the course on time? Of course not, I said to myself. Of course not. This is something I'm committed to. This is something I have to do. It's a part of what I've decided to be my purpose in life. So I know this is I'm gonna keep on doing it until I get it right. So instantly I understood that it wasn't that big of a deal. There's always obstacles on the way anyway, and when I look at it just a couple of months from now, it doesn't look that bad, because a couple of months from now it will be done anyway. If I messed up something at work and my boss confronted me, and this actually happened 3 years ago, I messed up big time at work. I sent an email to the wrong person with some confidential information, and I didn't even recognize that I've done it. I just got this message from my colleagues that, hey, you did something really not good. And I had to talk with the boss, and he wasn't that happy, to say the least. And right then and there, you feel the terror of the moment. You feel the worry of the moment, because we're human. But if you take a moment after you're done through the meeting, maybe with your boss, if I had taken a moment and said, wait a moment, in 3 years, will this matter? Will this scenario with my boss matter at all? Is it significant for my future life? And maybe I had discovered that yes, it would be very good, actually. It would be significant in a good way, because now I have a story to share with people that may help them to understand that in the future things look brighter. We're always heading towards growth anyway. Growth is just a result of our pursuit of happiness. So, remember to step back for a moment, once in a while, and look at your life in a wider perspective, a bigger, wider, broader perspective. Take a new viewpoint. Sometimes you have to escape to the future. You have to escape to some happy place you have, or escape to your vision of what you want from the future. Look at things in a broader perspective. Think about how your viewpoint would be if you looked at your entire life. You could actually look from the beginning of your life to the end of your life, and you observed that whole life. Let's say you had that perspective. You could see that whole life from beginning to end. If you had that perspective, how do you think you would think about those small petty things that we worry about from time to time? You would see that after this place, you come here, and you'd instantly know that no worries at all. That's totally okay. And if you worried a bit over here, you would be like, oh, but that's no problem. Look over there. Oh, right here, it's good. You would go to yourself in this worried space and say, hey, wake up. Look over there. Just a couple of months from now, it wouldn't matter. It would be totally fine. So sometimes just take that space where you have wider perspective and pat yourself on the shoulder, poke yourself and say, hey, wake up! Over there, don't worry. Look at this in a wider perspective. So that's the point today. Have a great day, and I wish the best for you. Good night.